In today's lesson, we'll be learning how to change standard form to vertex form using the technique completing the square. The first thing you want to do is factor out a greatest common factor from the first two terms. Over here, there's a coefficient of 2 and a coefficient of 12. The greatest common factor of 2 and 12 is 2. When we factor out a 2, that means we are really just dividing this term by 2 and this term by 2. So 2x squared divided by 2 is 1x squared, but I'm just going to write x squared. I'm not going to write in that coefficient of 1. And 12x divided by 2 is positive 6x. The plus 11 stays outside the brackets. The next step is to take the coefficient of the term containing x. You are going to divide it by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then 3 to the power of 2 is 9. And we're going to call this number pentagon. The greatest common factor outside the bracket stays the same. The x squared and the plus 6x stays the same as well. The value of 9 we got before, we're going to write its positive version over here, and we're going to write its negative version as well over here. The plus 11, again, is going to stay outside the brackets. In this next step, we're going to actually remove the negative 9 from the brackets, and we're going to move it to outside the brackets. Before you can move it outside the brackets, you have to multiply it by the greatest common factor. So let's do that calculation over here. So the greatest common factor is 2, and the negative pentagon is negative 9. So 2 times negative 9 gives you negative 18. Everything else is going to stay exactly the same. So the 2 stays the same, the x squared, the plus 6x, the plus 9, and the plus 11. In our next step, we're going to simplify negative 18 and positive 11 outside the brackets. So negative 18 plus 11 gives you negative 7. I want you to focus on the trinomial within the brackets. The value of b is 6 and the value of c is 9. Using mental math and guess and check, you want to find two numbers that multiply to 9 and add up to 6. Those two numbers are 3 and 3 because 3 times 3 gives you 9 and 3 plus 3 gives you 6. I'm going to take that first number of positive 3 and place it over here, and I'm going to take that second number of positive 3 and place it over here. When you have something multiplied by itself, you can rewrite it as x plus 3 to the power of 2. That x plus 3 to the power of 2, we're just going to copy it down below over here, x plus 3 to the power of 2. The greatest common factor of 2 stays in front of the brackets, and the negative 7 outside the brackets stays the same. Now, if I wanted to analyze this final equation in vertex form, this positive 3 over here means that the parabola is being translated 3 units to the left. The negative 7 means that it's being translated 7 units downwards. And the a value of positive 2 means that it is opening upwards and it is being vertically stretched by a factor of 2.